Hey guys, what's going on? Blue Monsoon here, and we've got loads and loads of news about the next Call of Duty. Now, a lot of this came out yesterday, and a bit of it came out today, but unfortunately I was in school, so I didn't get time to post a video on it. And I didn't do it yesterday because I didn't want to rush it out and then have stuff change, so I've decided to do it today, and it paid off, because we have got a new trailer, which I'll talk about in a minute. But to start off, first of all, we know the name now. It is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which pretty cool name. It, AW's everyone's going to call it. MW3 is what everyone called Modern Warfare 3, so AW is what everyone's going to call this one. We know before, we've seen pictures of mercenaries. There's been a couple of videos of them, but they're mercenaries, private armies, PMCs, private military contractors. But the big problem with them is they can be brought out by anyone. Like 62% of the forces in Afghanistan were PMCs, and if I pay some money to have them hire and you pay more money than me, they will fight against me because you paid more money. So they can be brought out by anyone. I'd like if this kind of fitted into the story. One minute they're working with you, the next minute they're not. And everything we know, Kevin Spacey from House of Cards is the bad guy. That's pretty much confirmed. We've seen countless pictures of him. We've had several audio files, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I've had like one or two audio files, actually not several. And we've seen him in the trailer, which again I'll talk about in a minute. Years taking place, we don't yet know. I'm predicting maybe 2020. I don't think it'll be any time past that. I think if I really have to make a leap, I'd say about 2030 odd. That may be pushing a little bit, but I think that's more likely. That's what we've seen so far. 2040 a bit too far ahead. It's possibly in an alternate universe. It's definitely not World War One. I kind of jumped on the bandwagon with the Patriots news. But to be honest, it kind of paid off because people would know he was fake now, and either way, you can't blame me for jumping on it. But apart from that, location, we're not fully sure yet. Maybe San Francisco. That seems like the biggest area. The trailer again was showing loads and loads of footage on the Golden Gate Bridge, and we've seen a picture showing the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. I'm thinking some of it's going to take place in Afghanistan, because there is a bit in the trailer where the guys are fighting in what looks to be an Afghan city. They're jumping on the buses. It's very sandy, very dusty. So it seems like some of it will take place in Afghanistan or similar. So far, I don't think there's going to be any returning characters. I don't know any of the characters who are new ones. We don't know their names, anything like that. We're not sure if there's one character, or if it's two, or even if it's three. We'll have to wait and see. I'm still sticking with my theory that maybe they'll have different campaigns. Maybe one minute you'll be a PMC, next minute you'll be part of the army. That'd be really interesting. And at some point, if they met, then you got one guy's perspective, and then you got the other guy's perspective as the fight started or something like that. That'll be really interesting. Guns, we don't know any of the guns yet. They all look new and futuristic. I can't work any of them out. I don't recognize any of them. A few of them look similar to me. I'm pretty sure one of them looks like a M249 SAW, which I got a little bit of a glimpse of, but I don't think so. That gun will probably be a bit out of date if this takes place in 2030. So all the guns are new. The sights look awesome. They have this double reticle, which looks so cool, and it really stands out. I can't wait to use them. We've got several screenshots of exoskeletons, and there's one guy with a corner helmet. It looks really cool, very protective. Not sure that's going to tie much into the multiplayer though. I can't imagine how. Maybe it'll be like Ghosts, and that's a wearable equipment you can have. There's an image on the homepage which is blurred and it's flickered, and it probably will be revealed when the reveal happens if it isn't already. And somebody managed to figure out, if you take the Kevin Spacey did an audio file, if you take that, put it in a software, then it shows that very picture, but a reseeable one. We now have that picture, so we know what it looks like. So that one's kind of irrelevant somewhat. We also, aside from that, we have a reveal trailer, like I keep mentioning. There's so much in this trailer. There's giant exosuits, which are more like Titans. There's dual rotors, the quad rotors from Black Ops 2. There's ones with two rotors instead. There's a giant version, like a big helicopter, like an Osprey kind of. and then there's a smaller version like a quad rotor, but it isn't smaller than a quad rotor, it looks bigger than them, so more deadly. There's hover bikes, and loads more. I'll link the trailer in the description, so click on it, go and have a look, and it's great. But the exosuits look like they can jump really high. I don't think they'll tie into multiplayer unless it's a perk maybe. There's one guy who like punches a door open, the lock door. There's one guy who like just backhands a guy and he flies like 10 feet. It's insane. It looks so powerful, but I don't think that they're going to be a multiplayer. And finally, well, not finally, but there's a like a portable guard shield thing. The guy places one end down, drags the other one, places it down, and it's pretty much indestructible from bullets. The full reveal is on the 5th of the 4th. The 5th of the 4th, 14 for Americans, but that's the 4th of the 5th, 14 for British people. You can already pre-order on GameStop and Game if you're British, and Amazon. Personally, I won't do it yet. I'm going to wait for one of these special editions to come out. Then I'll do it. And the final thing I have to say, on a lot of the stuff, it has the name Atlas, which appears to be the big company making all of these exosuits and stuff like that. And I noticed in the trailer that the bad guy Kevin Spacey has a little Atlas badge. So maybe he is the owner of Atlas, and he makes all this stuff. So maybe, in fact, you are playing as the PMCs, but they're maybe the good guys, and Kevin Spacey is the good guy, but you know he's doing the wrong thing. That'd be interesting to see. Either way, this is all I have time for today. This is all I have time for today. Thanks for watching, guys. So that's the bit of a rush video. I try to get all this time for info at the moment. If there's any more coming up, unless it's really big, I won't do a video on it. I'll wait until the big reveal. But don't forget, it's on the 4th of the 5th, 2014, for British people at 1 o'clock. And for American people, I'm not sure what time zone you're in, so I'll have to go and find out. 1 o'clock British time, so change it, but it's 5/4/14 for Americans. But that's all today, guys. Thanks for watching. My name's been Monsoon, and I'll see you next time, guys. Boom on out.